All right. Okay. Yo, hold on. Yo, how is everybody doing? Hope y'all having an amazing Friday. Chapter dropped. Just real quick, I know in the title it says that Drizzt is here, but I'm going to do the reaction, and then during the discussion portion of this, that's when we'll get Drizzt in here. So anybody who's shown up specifically for Drizzt the Theorist, he will be in here as soon as, like literally as soon as the reaction portion is done. With that being said, the reason that I want Drizzt in here today is simply because I got spoiled by my cousin. You know what? No, fuck that. Jordan, I'm name dropping you, motherfucker. Because you have been the reason, you've single-handedly been the reason for most, if not all of the spoilers that came my way since I stopped reading spoilers. Now, if anybody want to blame somebody for spoilers, when I say my cousin, his name is Jordan. If you can find him, throw flaming bags of poop at him. You know what? No, don't throw flaming bags. That's assault. Throw apples at him. Please throw apples at him. I am giving you permission to throw apples at my cousin. Throw apples at him. Say word, Drizzt is here. Drizzt is not here yet. Vito, what's going on, man? Wait, is Drizzt in the chat? No, Drizzt is not in the chat. Who shows up for Drizzt? Drizzt is Lamau Jordan. Drizzt is a respected man in the One Piece community, okay? But, alright, regarding the spoilers, one point in this chapter that got spoiled, which has to do with the thumbnail, actually. Wait, hold on. Is it that way? Yeah. Thumbnail. That's the part that I got spoiled on. And I want Drizzt in here because you deserve to be burned at the stake. I feel bummy as hell, but real quick. Hold on, facts on. Wait, hold on. Is the stream buffering? Lag? No. Are we still lagging? No. All right. On my end, I'm not lagging. Are we still lagging? Gone. You're my resident. You're my resident check. He is a man in the One Piece community, respected. That's debatable. Nigga stated it to my soul for 10 seconds. Looks good now. All right, we good. Okay. Refresh it. I'm fine now. All right. Okay. Spoilers. Zoro stuff. I got some shit to say. We will get to it when we cross that fucking road. Aside from that, please, let's keep, spoilers talk to a minimum. With that being said, but we're going to move past that for right now. I'll put a poll up in the beginning before I started the stream, which let's end that shit right now. We had 20 people voted. 70% of you fuckers said that this was the best chapter in Wano. The other 30% said it was dog water. Now, I think that's absolute cap, especially with the spoilers that I got hit with. With the spoilers that I got hit with, that automatically drops this to one of the worst chapters in Wano. Worst chapters in Wano. It undermines one of the biggest messages in One Piece. Fuck it, we will get to it. Chapter 1023. Fucking start it. Hold on, shit. Wait, hold on. Why am I getting blank screens? What the hell? All right, there we go. All right, chapter 1023. For anybody who wants to know where to read the chapter, if you want to read along, go into the Discord, check the One Piece chat. It was posted earlier this morning. I added everybody. You can click on it and read it from there. I don't want to put it in YouTube chat because I don't want to get fucking hit by the Shueisha gods. So, all right, page 1. Oh shit, this is a fire cover page. This is a fire color spread. What the fuck? Ooh, Yamato and Katakuri. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold up. Wait. What is the theme of this color spread? I see Big Mom and Kaido, Oden, Yamato, Katakuri. Is this everybody's crew? But no, but Hiyori's up here. Kiku's right here. How do you put Kiku in the color spread before, like, Kinemon and the Doflamingo? What the fuck? Bart? Huh? What? Huh? I'm mad confused about this color spread. This looks like something that he's an artist on YouTube. I said on YouTube. He actually does have a YouTube channel. He's an artist on Twitter. He does a bunch of One Piece like portraits of everybody's crews and stuff. It's Maz Ricky Akong. I've shouted him out on the channel before and shit was fired. His artwork is fucking amazing. He did a Garp and Sengoku versus Rayleigh like fan chapter that I absolutely love. If I ever get a chance to, I'm gonna try my best to translate that shit and read it on stream because it is beautiful. But yeah, I'm confused about the themes of this color, like the fucking theme of this color spread. Doflamingo. Oh wait, is it cut off? Is this like a half color spread? Yeah, it is, cause look at about Doflamingo. There's a flaming foot. That's probably Sanji. Yeah, even the border like is cut off. This is a cut off color spread. What is up with Oda? What is up with Oda lately? Like he's been doing like some fire shit. Hey, Hypebeast Morgans with the 5 beans. Where's the carrot for Straw Hat video? The streets remember, bro. I have the video. It's done, and I will upload it. It's paining me to upload. That's what's fucked up, Morgans. The cat. I uploaded before Sunday. I will upload it before Sunday. What's today? Friday. I will upload it before Sunday. I will upload it before Sunday. I will upload it before Sunday. If I don't, hell, you know what? Fuck it. If I don't, by the end of this stream, y'all give me some suggestions as a penalty for not uploading. The carrot video was supposed to be a penalty for not uploading the Black Blade video. Now I'm creating a penalty for the carrot video. Come up with a penalty, and I will pay that penalty. If the carrot video is not uploaded by Sunday, I'll pay a penalty. Y'all come up with it. Back on the chapter. Jesus Christ. Hypebeast Morgans, thank you for the dono. Oh my god. I'm going to save this color spread. Excuse me. I'm going to save this color spread because I'm going to use that Katakuri and Yamato image for fucking something. I'm going to use that for something. I'm going to use that shit for something. And plus we still got another. I hope there are 3 more. I hope there are 2 more parts to this color spread. Just like the last 3, like the 3 most recent volumes are going to be like combined cover pages. I want this to be 3. I want Shanks to be up there, and I want Whitebeard to be at the bottom. Fuck Blackbeard. Okay? And I want all of the Emperor kids to be in here. I want Yamato right here, Katakuri right here. Fuck it. I'm saying this shit and I'm putting it out there. I want Marco to be in front of Whitebeard. Yeah, I think Marco is Whitebeard's legitimate child. Fuck Weevil. I don't know what the fuck Weevil is, but he ain't Whitebeard's son. And for Shanks, you know Makino's child. Why would Makino's child be in a big ass battle on some random ship? Who knows? But Hiyori's back there and she don't got shit to do. She's not a fighter. She's not. Cover page. First off, the chapter's called 2 Peas in a Pod. The cover page is Vivi, some birds, and Karu being... Oh, wait. Cover request by Ari. Karu gets jealous of a flock of sparrows singing with Vivi. Yo, fucking Vivi, man. Fucking Vivi. Page 1. Zoro is back in action. Okay, so I'm guessing this is the 2 Peas in a Pod thing. Oh shit, the Zoro Sanji fight continuing. Fucking Zoro, man. Zoro, why you gotta hurt me like this? Go get him, Sangra. I'm not calling them by their Japanese. Zoro is back in action. Go get him, Sanji. It really healed him. I'm afraid to think about what will happen after the... Zoro has been through worse shit. Silvers is a closet furry. Come on now. When have I ever been a fucking furry? Silvers now it's Beast Tamer Tama for Straw Hat and Sunday. What the fuck? Oh, hell no. Hell no. You know what? Fuck it. If I gotta make a carrot video, Beast Tamer Tomo for Straw Hat. That is my next penalty video. I gotta upload this fucking carrot shit because I'm not giving Gon that satisfaction. It really did heal him. I'm afraid to think about what will happen after though. King Queen. Is that a sniper? How dare you attack the All-Star? My boy Kawamatsu. My boy Kawamatsu. Nicely done, Kawamatsu. Everyone, listen up. Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm already dehydrated? Fuck. Shit. Nicely done, Kawamatsu. Everyone, listen up. We can't let anybody interfere with their duel. But, boss, they're up against the All-Stars. It doesn't matter if you're friend or foe. There's no place for meddling in that fight. They're going to cut down any and everybody who steps in their way. It's too late. You just gave it to me. Yo. If the carrot video is not uploaded by Sunday, I will make a Beast Tamer Tama video and why it makes sense. So Silvers was spoiled on Zoro stuff. Hey, Kieran, yes, I was spoiled on the Zoro stuff. I was. Just part one. Negro, there's not enough. There's nothing that points to Tama joining. Boss, they're up against no room for their fight? Okay. Just look at the expression on their faces. We'd only get in their way. I thought only wait, what? I thought only Mary Joie was above the red line, yoi. Marco having a Whitebeard flashback. I'm talking about in the distant past. Back then, God's Land was up there. Wait, God's Land? Was God's Valley called God's Land? Zoro is king of himself. Wait, what? All right, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not looking at the chat. Back then, God's Land was up there. When did you start believing such crap, Pops? Marco, wake up. My boy Izzo. My boy Izzo saved Marco and then take shots. Yo, he popped all of them. What's with you? How can you space out on a battlefield? Well, I knew you'd have my back. Yo, rely on the gunslingers. Oda, give gunslingers more to your give gunslingers more. Give them some more representation. I know you probably thinking, well, one of the best gunmen in the series was on Marco's crew and was in Wano. And not just, he was a part of old Wano too. Izzo was a part of old Wano. He was able to contend with godly swordsmen with guns. I know Oda is probably thinking, yeah, that's enough to give gunslingers their just desserts. No! No! Give me a fucking gun. Give me more gunslingers. Shit. Just give Usopp a strap. Bro, Billy Bob, Monster Hunter, bow guns. Give Usopp a bow gun. It works. It works. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, well, I knew you'd have my back. Oh, shut up. Say, Izzo, do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? You're starting to sound like Pops when he was drunk. Ooh. See, Izzo being from Wano and the whole shit with Zoro is starting to make me go, Izzo going, no, I don't believe in God. I pray to myself. Zoro doing the same thing. And then this shit. If you want to take us down, you're going to have to put your backs into it. That didn't even hurt a bit. The drought, the plague, and the wildfire. The three of us are Kaido-san's calamities. Our unstoppable toughness is why they call us all-stars. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just since my second time using the raid suit, I've been feeling kinda off. You're not gonna slow me down, are you? I said it's nothing. My body just feels a little odd. Wait, what? Well, you do have weird eyebrows. My body, not my face, doofus. Shing. Fucking Zoro versus King. You owe me one. Yo, Zoro! Why's my phone? Where the hell is my phone? My phone is going off and I don't know where it is. If y'all hear Living on a Prayer playing in the background, that's my phone ringing, but I can't fucking find it. Like, Jesus Christ. You owe me one. Bridal claw. Bridal claw. Now we're even. I love the interaction between these two. I love the fucking interaction between these two. I remember now. All of Judge's brats are enhanced. Not Sanji. That bastard's crazy. That burning leg of yours is some kind of augmentation, right? No. I hate to break it to you, but I'm a regular human, unlike my siblings. Are you stupid? What kind of human can burst into flames like... It's not like you're a Lunarian. A Lunarian. Is that King's race? It's possible because my passions burn hotter than any real flame ever could. No. 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 Oh no. I'm gonna talk about it. Cooking up sea beasts is my specialty, you dino bastard. Incorrect, Sanji. They're not dinosaurs. They're dragons. They're fucking dragons. I'll show you how devastating my cybernetic enhancements can be. They're so advanced even Vegapunk can't match them. Bullshit. Don't get distracted, you black mummy. Oh, that's racist. Is that racist? No, that's not racist. Clink, clink. That blade. Wait, what the fuck? Why do they all have, like, mechanical swords? That blade. What the fuck? What the fuck? No, what? Honor among swordsmen, my nigga. What the hell? What the fuck? He put spikes on his hands? What the fuck, King? I get it. You're just a bloodthirsty brute. I've never understood why anyone would stick to traditional forms and techniques in a real battle. King never did say he was a swordsman. What did he? He never did say he was a swordsman. Yeah, I guess you have a point. You never claimed to be a swordsman after all. He ain't have to deck Zoro and his shit like that though. I mean, and King got a point. One, Zoro never claimed to be a swordsman. And secondly, King is right. These are pirates. Shanks said that shit in the beginning. We're not saints. We're fucking pirates. Don't expect us to fight fair. They're not. And King never claimed to be a swordsman, so fuck it. Punch his ass in the face. Punch his ass in the goddamn face. Also, thank you to all, like, 40 people that we got in here. How's everybody doing? Silver, so that confirms Shanks 69 over Mifra. I mean, I've always said that Shanks probably has another way of fighting in like instead of just his sword. I still put Mihawk and Shanks close to, if not on the same level, but if Mihawk loses his sword, he can defend himself, but he's way more effective with his sword. Shanks, on the other hand, if he was to lose his sword, he'd probably be equal to or greater if he had his sword. I actually explained that in my Black Blade video. So if anybody wants to understand the difference between a sword user, a swordsman, and a dedicated swordsman, I recommend you go watch that video. Please and thank you. Oh my god, I've never been able to plug my video like that. Thank you. Who the hell was that? Who was that just... Billy Bob. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Oh my God. I get it. You're just a bloodthirsty brute. Yeah, you never claimed to be never claimed to be a swordsman after all. Have it your way. Just remember, when it comes down to it, I might be willing to bite your throat too. God damn, Zoro. I can't afford to lose here. Jesus Christ. I like the panel of him just looking down on. Yo, if Boichi was to draw this fight, you welcome, fam. Hey, if Boichi was to draw this fight, I guarantee you it would come out way better. It will come out way better. The Ace and Jinbei fight added so much emphasis to a lot of shit that it just gave me goosebumps. It just gave me goosebumps. I can't afford to lose here. Boss Hyogoro, when Hiyori-sama offered that man Enma, there was a reason I didn't protest too hard. Right, I see it too. It's peculiar. Here we go. He may be a foreign pirate, but he reminds me so much of the former daimyo of Ringo when he was young. And here the fuck it goes. He and Shimotsuki Ushimaru are like two peas in a pot. That's what the fucking title is? It wasn't Zoro and Sanji, two peas in a pot. It's Zoro. I hate this shit. Right down to their sword handling. It's uncanny. Ushimaru-sama was a fantastic swordsman and a direct descendant of the god of the blade, Shimotsuki Ryuma. We already knew this though. No, we did not. Darko, we did not know this already. It was speculation because of Zoro's design. Ryuma in Monsters was a recycled design for Zoro in the beginning of the series. That was it. There was no indication that Zoro was from Wano or was related to the Shimotsuki in any way possible. The only thing that people were saying that, oh, this confirms he's a Shimotsuki is because this guy had a silhouette, and from his side profile, his outline was the same as Zoro. At this point, I'm just looking at it as Oda is looking at fan theories and going, yup, I'm going to use that. That's the only reason. And we going to talk about it at the end of the chapter, especially when Drizzt get in here. Especially when Drizzt gets the fuck in here. Ushimaru-sama was a fantastic swordsman. I'm not reading that shit again. And this young man was the one to finally return Shusui to Wano. It must be fate or something. After all, Ryuma was a... What the fuck? After all, Ryuma was a one-eyed samurai? What the fuck? So, not only is Zoro from Wano, but he also belongs to a clan that is well known within Wano for its swordsmanship, in a country that's already known for its swordsmanship, but he's also a direct descendant of the fucking best swordsman in Wano's history. He fought his ancestor, got his ancestor's sword, returned it to his native land, and on top of it, fought his fucking relative's guardian, who then proceeded to lead him to saving the country. Okay, I'm saying it in like a weird way that makes it sound bad, but in terms of like an actual like wandering samurai tale, by itself, this would be a fucking great story. But because it's in One Piece, because it's a part of One Piece, a series that on many occasions likes to emphasize that blood is thicker than water. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the waters of the womb, meaning that the bonds you create with people outside of your family is stronger than the blood that you share with people. I was able to give it a pass with Sanji, like him being a part of like some ridiculously well-known conquering family. Like they conquered the whole North Blue at one point. I was able to overlook that because Sanji really didn't have a lot going for him except that he was an orph, except that he was trained by a pirate. He was trained by a well-known pirate. I was able to overlook it for Sanji. But Zoro already had a lot of shit going for him. Yes, he was an orphan, but he was trained by a master samurai. And then he went and trained with he fucking trained with the world's greatest swordsman. Zoro making it to the top at this point. He's still not entitled to Shusui. Zoro is not entitled to Shusui because it's a national treasure at this point. Zoro's not entitled to Shusui, but the fact that he has it is kind of rubbing me. The fact that he got it and like the implications of it, it's kind of rubbing me the wrong way. It's by itself, Zoro's story would be fucking amazing as like a wandering samurai tale. But because it's a part of One Piece, it's fucking me up. It's fucking me up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo. Zoro going after the title of World's Strongest Swordsman. At this point for me, he has had, I've said this shit before. If he is a Shimotsuki, if he is from Wano, Zoro has an unfair fucking advantage at becoming the world's strongest swordsman. It was set in stone that this nigga was gonna become the world's strongest swordsman. I hope that is just a resemblance and not fucking, I'm going full copium at this point. You're just a hater, Silvers? How am I hating? How am I hating? One-eyed Zoro. And that's another thing. The man is a part of the Shimotsuki. He got Ryuma's sword, and now the nigga he resembles fucking Ryuma. When the Silver is not a hater, Abby, shut up. Foreshadowed since Thriller Bark, Oda. Nah. Oda trying to have two MCs, shake my head. This is why I don't like him. Silvers, none of what you said confirmed. It's still speculation. Oh yeah, I know. It's still speculation. I 100% agree with you. It's still speculation, Pharaoh. 100%. But the fact that they're going out of their way to say, yo, he looks just like fucking Ushimaru. He looks just like Ushimaru. He's a descendant of Ushimaru's a descendant of Ryuma, the Shimotsuki. And Zoro was trained in the village of Shimot fucking Suki. It's all speculation, but the fact that Oda is going out of his way to like highlight this resemblance, it's making me believe that it's too much to just go, yeah, it's just a resemblance. That's the part that's getting at me. That's the part that's getting at me. And Kawamatsu going, the reason I didn't protest too much about him getting the sword of another famous fucking clan within Wano is because he resembles somebody from the Shimotsuki. He got God Odin's sword after giving up God Ryuma's sword, and he still has a shittier version sword of another famous clan within Wano. It's hot. It's fucking hot. My hair is a mess. My shirt ain't ironed. I'm wearing fucking sweatpants. Oh God, please do not let this shit be real. Just let it be a resemblance. Just let it be a fucking resemblance. I think my fucking I think y'all crashed my chat. It's not moving no more. It's not fucking moving. I think y'all crashed my chat. Hold up. Real shit, I think y'all crashed my chat. Silvers doesn't hate on his furries. Yo, where are people getting that I'm a furry from? Oh, there we go. As soon as I point this shit out, they want to jump. Well, all right, I'm gonna come back and talk and look at the chat. The Sanji shit. The Sanji shit. I'm gonna address this shit now. No. Oh my god. I'm gonna address this now. There was a fan theory that Sanji was going to awaken the hidden genetics within his body. What fucking hidden genetics? If Sanji does have his body was altered, then his mother died for absolutely nothing. The only thing she was able to save was his emotions, which still, she didn't want anything to happen to any of her children. And yeah, him using that genetics to overcome it, him taking the raid suit alone was enough for me to go, that's fucking trash, because the whole point was that Sanji is moving past. I'm turning my AC on, it's hot. Sanji to overcome his family without their help. Sanji's a late bloomer confirmed. Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's all thanks to the Shimotsuki blood, guys. He didn't train to be here, right? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he didn't train. I'm just saying from a storytelling standpoint, that's pretty much what it is. From a storytelling perspective, yeah, him being a part of all of it from this ridiculous clan and being from Wano gives him an unfair advantage. Being descendant from gods is it's an unfair advantage. I can't wait till it's revealed that Nami is from the ancient Navigator clan. Bro, nigga, I get 100%. Loud AC. Oh, loud as fuck. My bad, bro. I apologize. 100%. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be revealed that Nami was a part of like Nami is descendant of a surviving clan from the ancient kingdom who was ridiculously adept at predicting the weather and controlling it. Each member of the monster trio has some OP lineage now though. Luffy has an unfair advantage too then. He's a part of the D clan. But no, that's not an unfair advantage because we've seen that D clan members can be taken out. And yeah, the Shimotsuki have been taken out, but that's not the point. The point of the being from Shimotsuki is that they're already godly swordsmen. And then on top of that, he's fucking descended from Wano, who were known in the past for their god tier swordsmen. Some of these people in Wano have never touched, some of the people in the war right now have never touched a sword a day in their fucking life. Ever. They are not fighters. And yet they gave them swords, and now they're raiding Kaido's main base, taking out people in his crew. And yes, they are fodder, but fodder against fodder, now it's an even field. Kaido's beast pirates, a lot of them were former pirates, some of them former captains, and they survived in the new fucking world, and they're still in the new world. And now Kaido's fodder is above the Wano fodder who have never touched a sword a day in their life. But now, since all they did was put a sword in their hand and they're able to take out some of these fodder, that puts them way above the fucking Kaido fodder. That's the shit that blows my mind. That's what I mean when I'm saying being from Wano is an unfair advantage. Silvers, what's the issue with Sword God Zoro? I thought we all knew this was Zoro's lane. No, we all speculated Zoro was from Wano. I was one of the holdouts saying no, Zoro can't be from Wano. Luffy is literally the world's most famous criminal and his grandfather is the hero of the Marines. That does not put him at an unfair advantage though. Garp being from the D clan does not give you an unfair advantage at becoming Pirate King. Because we have other D's who are out there who aren't going for King of the Pirates. And there are those who are pirates, but they still get their asses handed to them on the regular. Look at Law. He's a D, and yet he got his ass handed to him by Doflamingo. Luffy has gotten his ass whooped on many occasions. Almost died. Being from the D clan does not give you an unfair advantage at becoming King of the Pirates. Because if that was the case, Big Mom would be a D, Kaido would be a D, fucking Whitebeard would be a D, Giggity. Damn, I'm just giving everybody the D, Giggity. And Shanks would be a D. Garp's genes is amazing though. Garp trained Luffy. He conditioned Luffy. He trained Ace, but yeah, he trained Ace, and that was all from throwing them in the woods, beating the shit out of them. That was training. That was from the day that they were born. Zoro got his training from when he was a kid. Yeah, that works. That all tracks. No unfair advantage there. And then until you get the information that he's from Wano, from the Shimotsuki, and now that automatically discounts everything that he's ever learned. It discounts it. It doesn't completely cut it out. That's what I'm saying. Dude literally almost died every arc pre-time skip. Yeah. Luffy has plot armor. I mean, that's just the territory of being a shonen MC. If that's the case, you can say every shonen MC has plot armor. Gon and Hunter x Hunter should have died a lot of times. From what I know, Gon should have died. No, he is hating right now. That's what happens when you talk to Drizzt too much. I don't talk to Drizzt that much. I jump in Discord sometimes, but for the most part, me and Drizzt disagree with a lot of things. The reason that I'm gonna call Drizzt in here later is to help me kind of justify this. I need Dritz's opinion on it simply because I'm kind of justifying it right now. In my head, I'm justifying Zoro being from Wano. Like I said, if all of this pans out to be true, it works as a good story, as a decent story. As a wandering swordsman tale, Zoro's whole thing and this whole Shimotsuki, like, descendant from sword god thing, it would make a good story. It would, alone. But because it's a part of the One Piece story, the story that says that bloodlines don't really matter, that's why I'm kind of like, meh. Drizzt, you here, bro? I don't think Drizzt is here. Drizzt is not in the chat. Shimotsuki Zoro ain't gonna be the same as saying Roanoa Zoro, though. Are you basically comparing Zoro to Naruto? Shit. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna need you to let me finish. Yes, I am comparing Zoro to Naruto, but not on that fucking grand of a scale. Not on that grand of a scale. Naruto, yeah, he learned the shadow clones and everything, but the nigga was already from the Uzumaki who had, like, god tier, what's the name? But, you know, this is one of the reasons that I'm getting Drizzt in here, because you really can't, like, fault him for who his parents were. Bloodlines do matter for most of the Straw Hats. That's what I'm saying. The only one that I would say, like, as of right now, the only one that I would say bloodline really don't matter for is Jinbei. The man was born a fishman. You can't take that away from him. No, and on top of it, you don't know who his parents are. You don't know who his parents are. You don't know what their lineage is. And on top of it, they're not like some godly mythological clan with it, like family from Fishman Island. Always spamming the same moves. But Zoro is of the Shimotsuki clan. Same shit, different toilet. No. Same shit, different toilet, yes. But Naruto was from the Uzumaki. And I'm not going to give him the Kurama shit because he had that's not a part of, like, written in stone destiny unfair advantage bullshit. It is an unfair advantage, don't get me wrong, but that was just circumstances. Uzumaki clan. And then on top of it, the Uzumaki are loosely like related to the Senju. They're loosely related to the fucking Senju clan. If you don't know who the fucking Senju clan are, it's Tsunade and Hashirama's clan. Keep reading, by the way, the chapter's still packed. What? It gets worse. There's more. There's more. Oh my god. Yeah, Naruto had an unfair advantage, and then on top of it, all of that I was able to forgive for Naruto. And then they said he was the reincarnation of Ashura, who by prophecy can only be defeated by Indra. Rao, Drizzt will be in here after I finish the chapter. Drizzt will be in here after I finish the chapter. I'm gonna send him the invite to the shit. But yeah, once it came out that he was the reincarnation of Ashura, his power level became irrelevant because he didn't work for it. And then when it was stated that he is destined to only lose or be defeated by Indra, then what the fuck? What the fuck? That means all of his fights had no consequences. It discounted every single one of his fights. Silvers, you're wrong. Imagine MJ was the son. Wait, has a son. Wait, hold on. Silvers, you're wrong. Imagine MJ, Michael Jordan has a son who gets just as good as he is. How is that bloodline affecting? Okay, you got Arthur. You're thinking of it in a real world standpoint. In most stories like this, where people are cutting mountains with a sword, normal people can't do that shit. You can train to get there, but once the information comes out that you're from a clan or you're from a bloodline who produces godly people, that's when it gets discounted. What makes zero sense is how the fox made no comment on Zoro looking like his master. Okay, I'm going back to the chapter. Second floor treasure repository. We've got to back up Jack, son. We've got to back up Jack. We're not gonna let that happen. Barrage. You must be getting tired. I'll put you to sleep forever, Duke. Duke of the day. There's no need to draw this out. I've already forgiven you for lying to me about the samurai. Your country's already paid the price for sheltering him. Is Jack honorable? Is Jack honorable? It doesn't produce godly people though. Not every Shimotsuki on Ryuma or Odin's level. Future. I agree with you. They don't produce godly people, but Kuina, being a normal person, was already at her young ass age was way better than most normal adults. If Kuina had lived, she would have been undeniably a god tier swordsman. Maybe not on the level of Odin and Ryuma, but she would have still been a fucking animal. Jack and Ulti are easily Kaido's best men. Wait, what? Hold on. All right, back to the chapter. Your country's already paid the price for sheltering him. We wouldn't have been able to live with ourselves if we sold Rizzo out. That's still one of the best scenes in all of One Piece. Rizzo is safe. The Rizzo is safe scene is one of the best parts in the entire series. It still don't beat out my favorite like speech. Kuina was a Shimotsuki. Yeah, that's my point. Kuina is eating rice crackers with Ace. Isn't that some fan art? Jack low-key got some development that was overlooked. Jack's fucking honorable. He's honorable. He attacked the village. He did what he wanted. He's like, yo, y'all paid y'all dues already. Y'all lied. You did your time. Like shit. It would have made it impossible for us to come back to Wano. Everything we went through since the day Odin left us was to get to this point. I swear to God, I don't know this. Wasn't Jack at the fight with Odin? And he saw the Dukes there too, with Rizzo. So he should know that they know Rizzo. He should know that they know. Well, they should know he knows that they know Rizzo. No wonder he ain't believe them. Like, what the fuck? Do y'all not remember Jack? I mean, granted, he probably would have been like 8 years old, right? If he's here, I'll slice open my own stomach, motherfucker. He knows you're lying. Since that day 20 years ago, we've tormented ourselves with the same question. Are things different? Are things different now? Do we still have the right to claim to be Odin's samurai? Is this nigga Sulong? Is he Sulong? How are you going... Wait, if he's Sulong, is he outside? How are you in Sulong for... The hole in the roof. Oh, should've... Oh, shit! Zoro! 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 Hold up. Any of y'all ever see Pirates of the Caribbean? When at the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, Jack and Barbossa, when they were fighting and Jack had the curse too, and then they were, every time they stepped into the moonlight, he turned into a skeleton. Yo! Yo! Hold on, I'm losing the chat. Fuck. Ashura Doji, not Zoro. Wait, whoa, what? Zoro turned into Luffy, it's getting sad. The anime didn't show Jack, so I don't know if he was there. Yeah, because I think we got Jack's age. I think we did get Jack's age, and when people like calculated the time, he would have been like dumb young. But in the manga, when we got the silhouettes of the calamities, I think we saw Jack, didn't we? Oh, wait. Ashura, dude. Oh, they said Ashura, not Ashura. Oh my fucking god. I'm fucking dumb. So when Ashura Doji blew himself up, he blew a second hole in the top. Oh shit, he did. So there's a bunch of holes in this dome now. There are a lot of holes in this dome. Like, what the fuck? Zoro will never go to Ashura versus King. King is inferior. Zoro will never go to... Oh, he'll never go into Ashura mode? Yeah, this fucking dome... The fucking skull is goddamn ruined. This skull is fucking ruined. You got the whole Big Mom blew through multiple walls with the Elbaf spear. You got the hole in the top, and you got this shit. It's probably some of them that I'm missing, but Jesus Christ. Would be 8 years old. Yeah, he would have been 8 years old at that time. King and Queen are 40, maybe 38. So they were like 10? They were like 20, they were like 13 back then? King has been a boring character, not gonna lie. King has not had much going for him. Kaido is 58, so 28. God damn. Alright. We endured a lot to reach this decisive battle. Our millennia-old city was razed to the ground, but the dawn of the world is finally upon us. We don't care if we have to lay down our lives to usher it in. Skull Dome front entrance. Perospero. Is that Perospero? Fucking Carrot's back! Without Pedro, Luffy and the others would never have made it here. Perospero? The raid would have failed for sure. Master Nekomamushi. Wanda got the... Alright, first off, Carrot got the look of, oh my god, he's fighting Perospero. No. Meanwhile, Wanda got the look of, oh shit, it's over for this man on her face. The full moon is beautiful tonight. Pedro, just pour yourself a drink and watch. You're so long for... Nigga, you had problems with 2 lesser combatants in there so long for... Perospero is... He fucking done. And on top of it, this was Nekomamushi's right-hand man. This was Neko's right-hand man. This is the last moon Yulgaro will ever see. Big tongue... Yo. Neko's about to fuck him up. Again, they're like... They're pushing their aggression onto the wrong person. In all honesty, they're pushing their aggression onto the wrong fucking person. Perospero, that y'all invaded his territory. His territory to steal their shit. What were you expecting? What were you? And Pedro had a suicide boner. Why are people adding me? PSA. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, Neko about to body him. Neko's about to put this man on a shirt. Neko's about to put this man on a shirt. Big tongue. Interior cap. Okay. I want to address this real quick and not on some... He went on a Shimotsuki rant. I apologize. How do you find Jack's hybrid? We didn't see Jack's hybrid. We didn't see Jack's hybrid. Oh, that is Jack's hybrid. No, that... Wait, is that Jack's hybrid? From this angle, it looks like he's just on all fours. Oh, no! That is his hybrid. He got... I can see his arms and his... Meh? Meh? His hybrid is just like the elephant head. His normal arms and his bottom half is like that. Is like the mammoth legs. He's either a centaur or just like meh. Meh. In all honesty, meh. I'm sorry. Like I didn't notice it at first, and I don't find it that interesting. I never really found Jack to be an interesting character. Like, he just showed up with a 1 billion berry bounty, and I'm like, eh. Jack hybrid looks like a gifter. Probably. Maybe. Queen, best hybrid so far? Probably. Second floor interior. You ghosts are a joke. Odin is dead. Oh, we back at the ninja fight. Odin is dead. Now you serve a glorified child. How dare you mock the young master? Everyone needs time to mature. Give me 1 second. This chapter was to boost my mental health I've been needing for years. Shadow, you okay? We gonna get into the full chapter because it's already going on an hour, and I need to get Drizzt in here. Everyone needs time to mature. Even us misfits eventually became samurai. Thank you. That's why the whole bullshit about Momonosuke getting aged up 20 something years, that shit would be fucking dumb. That'd be the dumbest shit in fucking history. She's already stated you'd have the body, but your mental state would still be that of an 8-year-old child. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? If you're just going to age him up just to fly Luffy up top, what the fuck is the point? You can fly already. You can already fly. And on top of it, you don't know how to use your devil fruit. Keep reading. Hold on. Yeah, he doesn't know how to use his devil fruit. What is aging his body up gonna do? Everyone needs time to mature. Even us misfits eventually became samurai. Wano itself will shape Momonosuke Sama's growth. We won't let you take that hope away. Wano has already shaped a fucking... Wano has already shaped a Kozuki. Her name is Hiyori. They've already... Silver's just read. LOL, LOL, LOL. No. 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 Everyone needs time to mature. Wano itself will shape Momonosuke's growth. Hiyori's already been shaped by Wano. Leave Momonosuke alone. Blitz, I swear to God, if you just spoiled that shit for me. Blitz, if you just spoiled that shit for me, oh my. Please, God, no. Please, fucking God, no. We won't let you take that hope away. Udon Takagi Port, what? Why is he here? Why is Kaido here? Do we even stand a chance? Strawhead, get back. It's dangerous. Big fucking dragon. I wonder who that could be. Growl. It's a nice panel. It's a nice panel. I'm not your snack. If you attempt to eat me, I'll devour you whole. Brace yourself. Momo? That's right. What, the kid that was just here? How in the world? I followed Momonosuke Sama's orders and aged him till he was 28 years old. Didn't know you could do that. Why are you crying though? Because Momonosuke Sama, you look just like... He probably looks just like Oden. Momo, let's go back. Let's go take back Wano. No break next week. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure the Henty does not show. And I just pulled a fucking Morge. Yep, I just pulled a Morge and the, what's the name was showing? The, fuck, I can't even think right now. Filters. No, the, you remember during the reverie when he showed the, yeah, and it just popped up. Give me 1 second. You know what? I don't even give a fuck. I just deny every single one of them that comes in. Fuck. Drizzt, real quick, say something.
Yo, say something, Drizzt. That's me.
All right, there it is. You're coming in. You're coming in clean. Close that out. Fuck it.
Bust it.
Exit full screen. Okay, exit full screen. Henty showed. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. So, how you doing, Drizzt? Did you read the chapter?
I can.
Please read the chapter.
All right, let me skim through it real quick.
No, just go to the very last page. As a matter of fact, when you're skimming through it, Zoro, as soon as you start seeing Queen talk, Go
I
ahead.
mean, I know what happens because I read the spoilers, but I haven't actually looked at the
Oh,
panel
then
yet.
no, fuck that. No, you don't need to read it then. You know. I need you to help me not make sense of this shit because
Or well, okay, so what?
one,
What are we talking about?
one, I've already brought it up that um, fuck. Oh my god, I hate this shit so much. The idea that being from a god tier clan, that especially in the context of One Piece, just makes this shit bad. It makes it incredibly bad. That, at least for me, I'm not sure how you feel about it, but for me, just makes Zoro. Well, the idea that Zoro is from Wano. Oh, there it is. Now I can cut that out. The idea that Zoro could possibly be from Wano, and I know a lot of people who say, "Oh, we already knew this." No, we didn't. It was all speculation. People are trying to justify it in that way, saying we already knew this. It was clear as day. No. Now, me personally, I don't like it. I don't.
Right.
Zoro being from the Shimotsuki, I feel like gives him an unfair advantage at his goal in trying to become the world's strongest swordsman. But looking at it from like a standalone story for a wandering samurai, I think it'd be pretty interesting. But in the context of One Piece, where the message is that, training and being you is better than like inheritance from a bloodline or whatever family that you come from. Oh my god, I hate this shit so much.
Well, it's a kind of a complicated topic because it's not just one thing. Whenever you're talking about Zoro's lineage, you have to put it into like the conversation of what is happening with literally everything else. Now, is the idea of Zoro being from the Shimotsuki or basically being royalty bad in of itself?
No.
No, the idea itself is not bad. I would say that the implementation of this is kind of a bit, for me, it's not satisfying. Uh,
Hell no, it's not.
yeah, it's not satisfying. I wouldn't have minded it as much if, let's say, when Zoro was actually in Wano, prior to the raid going on, if there was a bit more focus on just like the Shimotsuki and a better plot line incorporated with Zoro, then this might be a bit more bearable. But you have to put this into the phrase that like in this arc, not only is Oda ramming down the throats of the audience the idea of prophecy and destiny, but he's comboing that in with like Zoro's lineage, Sanji's lineage. So it's really coming off as like less like a work of effort and more so this is going to happen regardless because all of the pieces fell into place. Now, one of the things that Zoro being bloodline related to Ryuma changes for me is actually the moment in Through the Bark when Ryuma hands the sword over to Zoro. One of the reasons why I liked that point in Thriller Bark was that Zoro was supposed to kind of embody, the intangibles that people like Ryuma and swordsmen like Ryuma see in him. But now when you look back at it, it's more of like a bloodline thing now instead of just like a personality. Zoro's raw. Zoro is like a true swordsman. It's like, oh, you are destined to have this sword because you are my heir.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I
It's
said
not
that
like
I'm.
it's not a handing off of respect at that point to me.
Yeah, it's
Like it's
it's
kind of
handing
changing the
something.
context.
It's handing something down to the rightful successor of the to the rightful successor. That's the thing that I have a huge fucking issue with, and I even said it earlier in the stream that all of this would not be as bad if it wasn't placed in the One Piece story, where again, like I said, being a part of some ridiculously strong family doesn't make you, a god. And somebody earlier even came out and said, well, does that give Luffy an unfair advantage being like Garp being a part of like the monkey family? No, because that's not the same thing. Garp, as far as we know, he's worked for everything that he's had. Everything. He's worked his way up. He even fought Rocks alongside Roger. He worked for his title. He worked for his strength. Dragon, we still don't know if his notoriety comes from a feat of strength or just pretty much the information that he has or the people that he's able to gather around him. Luffy, he was trained by Garp, somebody who, as far as we know, has worked for everything he's had. Until we get the information that the monkey family is like descendant from the ancient kingdom or some shit, that's when I'll admit, yeah, Luffy had an unfair advantage. He's inherently
Well, I mean,
that strong. He's going to be inherently that strong regardless. And even earlier in the reaction, somebody said that the Shimotsuki and the Kozuki don't always produce godly people. I agree with you, but they're still above average. If you look at the Shimotsuki, they don't always produce godly people. Look at Kuina. Even as a normal person, she was above even as a child, she was above normal adult swordsmen. No matter how you look at that, you can't discount the fact that has something to do with her being a Shimotsuki.
Right.
That's why I don't like the fact that Zoro's being a part of the Shimotsuki. And
Well, it's like I said, it's more than just one thing. It's like a series of things.
yeah,
Like it's not the idea, it's the execution of this idea. Oda's kind of ham-fisting this into the plot and throwing it there. I don't think it was particularly done with a whole lot of grace. So for me, personally, it's hard to be satisfied with it. I'm not like the most upset in the world because I think there are bigger issues with Zoro in this chapter. But it's one of those things where I want to see what Oda plans on doing with it because the Ryuma plotline for Wano isn't done as far as like what Oda set up previous in the acts.
Yeah.
I will just say that for me, this isn't trending towards a good direction whenever we're talking about like what's going to happen in the future with all of these bloodlines, destiny, and all of that things. I don't like it when authors force this sort of stuff onto the reader. It kind of ruins the romanticism of what I think a lot of people liked about Zoro, which was the guy that was going out there, doing his own thing, and earning it. Whenever you start placing bloodlines and lineages onto it, it does kind of take away a bit of it.
Somebody pointed out that it's like the Uchiha clan. Not all of them are like ridiculously strong, but they're, oh my god, my head hurts. Fuck, I forgot what I was about to say. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not just the Shimotsuki. Zoro's literally a direct blood descendant of Ryuma.
Of the sword god.
So
Ryuma.
it's not just like a Shimotsuki thing. It's like I'm literally the heir to Ryuma because the person before me was an heir to Ryuma, and so forth. So it's more than just the clan name.
And another thing it's still speculated, but this chapter kind of piled on top of the speculation is that Sanji's mother died for no reason. She died seemingly.
Well,
because
the spoilers for this chapter made it seem like it was a guaranteed implication that Sanji is genetically altered.
Yeah.
Now, this chapter sets up the idea that he is, but Sanji also goes like, nah, I'm just me. That's probably going to go somewhere, so there's the opportunity for Oda to just not do anything with it. But if Sanji does end up being genetically altered, then this also goes against what Oda has already said, which was that Sanji was not genetically altered.
And they said that somebody in the chat said earlier again that she didn't die for nothing. He still has his emotions, his empathy, but that kind of still negates what was her name, Sora, what she was trying to do. She was trying to save all of her children from everything that Judge was trying to do to them, and by some stroke of God heavenly intervention, she was only able to save one. And I think people don't understand how genetics or birth work. Sanji is not number 3, is not the third because he's number 3. He was the third. He's number 3 because he was the third child to come out of the womb. That's why he's number 3, not because it goes 1, 2, and 3, and then 4. They're what is it? Quintuplets. They're quintuplets. That's it. And
right.
What people were saying is that this it makes sense that Sanji is genetically altered because how did it skip over 3 and go straight to 4. But again, like I said, people don't understand how birth works. So
Well, with this whole Sanji thing, it's like so there's the one aspect to it which is the genetics, which you've already covered. So there's like a it wouldn't be as big of a deal, but it's kind of going against what Whole Cake Island was about, but also in the SBS when Oda answered if Sanji was genetically altered. That's one aspect.
yeah,
The second is like this is obviously an attempt for Oda to try and kind of add on to things that he literally forgot or just ignored to do in the pre-time skip, which was explaining the origin or how the hell Sanji and Zoro got Ashura and Diablo Jambe. Now,
I've
what's
always
a
stated.
missing piece in here? I'll let you go after
Oh yeah, go.
this bit's over. The missing piece to this is kind of like the logical progression as to how this went from a technique to a genetic gifting, because Sanji and his lobby, it was like science how he did it. He spun his foot really,
And I
really
still
fast and
believe
it
it
caught
is.
on fire. It was friction and heat. It wasn't a genetic magic firepower. Somewhere between the pre-time skip and the post-time skip, shit changed from Sanji using it as a technique to he basically has firepower now. Now, what's missing here is like the writing as to Sanji noticing this difference and like questioning it. It seems like Sanji has never questioned the fact that fire comes out of his legs.
Yeah, especially
So
the fact
that's
that
an
he can.
issue.
The way that I've always justified that though is yes, the first explanation is always the canon explanation. It's friction, it's heat. There it is. It's just the fact that this is an anime and manga that you can't have him spin every single
Right,
time,
yeah, and
which is
people
why
that's
he
what people
bursts into
thought,
flames
and I
sometimes.
agree with you. It's like you can imply that's what he does, but you can't show him do that literally every single time.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of times people just assume that okay, yeah, whatever, Oda's just doing a shortcut, but that's not the case anymore.
yeah. Now straight up implying that Sanji can just burst into flames whenever he wants because he has some type of genetic alterations.
Right. So there's a dissonance here between what the story has been kind of showing us versus what Oda's trying to tell now, and that needs to be handled. And I don't know
Um,
how to do that, but
Real quick, cross counter, quintuplets, yes. Wait, is it? Yes, twins,
Quinn is
triplets,
5, quad is 4,
yeah, quad. You know what I mean.
quadruplets.
Quadruplets. There you go. Why the fuck was I about to say quintuplets? What the fuck? But yeah, Reiju is older. Reiju was born first, and then those 4 were born at the same time. Um, one of the thing that pisses me off a lot about the whole lineage thing is the fact that what I was gonna say earlier. I've always been a huge advocate that Ashura was a byproduct of Conqueror's Haki. I was one of the people that said, yeah, Zoro does have Conqueror's Haki. He's gonna show it at some point. There's nothing to confirm it, but I did believe that Ashura was a byproduct of Conqueror's Haki, and the way that I justified it was that Conqueror's Haki has been shown to be imposing your will onto people. It's intimidation. And the fact that the way Kako explained Ashura was that it was an illusion of a demon. Those heads weren't real.
Right.
Zoro's
It was
just
a projection of his will, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And that was Zoro just using Conqueror's Haki in a different form than Luffy just straight up looking at somebody and pretty much just shoving their head down, like metaphorically with his will. It made sense to me, but I was being called stupid and shit. But yeah, that's how I always justified Zoro's Ashura. Sanji's Diablo Jambe, that was explained. Friction and everything, and like I said, you can't have him spin every time. And then when Oda came out and gave the troll answer that it's his passion that ignites his legs, that's why he's able to do it underwater. No, that's a fucking troll answer. Do not try and when people started using that as a reason as to how Sanji is actually able to do it, he has a superpower. No, Sanji spins and creates friction. And then they ask, well, how can he create friction without moving? Well, if you take a copper coil and you vibrate it at a certain frequency, it will begin to heat up. It will heat up. The same thing with any type of solid material.
Yeah, well, it doesn't need to this is anime manga. It doesn't need to follow the exact science directly. Like we as the
My point
audience can
exactly.
piece together that Sanji's spinning really, really fast and it created fire. Yeah, we get that. That you don't need to do a whole lot with that. But also, Silvers, if you wouldn't mind, I want to yell at someone in your chat.
Go ahead. Shit. I got you in here. People are in here for you.
So, Arthur Witt, You're saying, bro, look at these haters. Great chapter. Just shut up already, Drizzt. No one should care about your opinions. How about you counteract anything that we've said instead of being an idiot?
Uh,
Because what you're doing is you feel bad because people aren't projecting or making you feel gratified that you got hyped for a 10 out of 10 One Piece chapter, but we're bringing up things that are actual topics. So how about you contribute to the conversation instead of being a bitch?
yeah, Arthur, you said hater a lot during the stream, and I'll give it to you. Yes, I didn't enjoy the chapter as much as you did. I'll give you that. Lord Nick. That's how you know people. That's how you know people are here for you, Jits. Lord Nick. The Lord Nick has returned. You know who I really want, whose opinions I really want to get on this at the exact same time. I need the tribunal. I need the living tribunal. I need you, Zoro fanboy, and Jay. I want to get all three of you at the same time at some point. Maybe I'll probably do a sniper round and sit down and invite you guys. But yeah, the whole thing. The Wait, hold on, no. I was talking to Arthur. Arthur, yes, we did. I didn't enjoy it as much. I still think it was a good chapter. I enjoyed it. But the stuff with Zoro, especially given some of the themes of One Piece, and like Drizzt said, there are a lot of things that should have led up to Zoro being this, that would have made it, that would have, if it was presented better, it would have been, I would have been like more agreeable towards it. But the fact that a lot of the themes of One Piece is family, is not like bloodline does not make you God. It's the work you put in, and then you come out with this shit. Silver's live, let's go. Thanks for the stream. Silver's live, let's go. Hey, what's going on, Scratton? Scartoon. Scartoon. Now my biggest issue with this whole chapter, like the Zoro stuff be damned, the Sanji activating like genes that aren't there be damned, is the Momonosuke stuff.
Oh, this was your biggest issue with the chapter?
This was my biggest issue because you know that I'm a big advocate for Momonosuke joining the crew as a
right, likewise.
As a cabin boy, and him like learning all of that. Hell, and one of the things that people like the big counter argument is that, well, if Momonosuke is not going to be the Shogun, then who is? Raizo said that Wano is going to shape young Momonosuke to be a great leader. Wano is going to make Momonosuke the leader that he absolutely needs to be. And one thing that people have been calling me stupid for was that I said if Momonosuke leaves, Hiyori can be the Shogun. She can rule Wano, because it's not the fact that Momonosuke is a boy and from the Kozuki. It's just that he's a Kozuki. We have another Kozuki in Wano, an adult at that. And just like Raizo said in this chapter, like Wano is going to shape Momonosuke to be the leader that we need. Wano has already shaped Hiyori to be the perfect leader for Wano. Like, it's already shaped Hiyori. Let Momonosuke go out to sea. Let Momonosuke learn from the future world's greatest fucking swordsman. You want to talk about speculation and confirming shit that isn't confirmed? Zoro is going to be the world's strongest swordsman. Let Momonosuke learn from him. Let Momonosuke learn the trait of his family from who is arguably the last person in the world who can teach him that. And if you're opening up the borders of Wano to allow people to come and go as they please, let Momonosuke learn the trades of the world from people from the fucking future Pirate King's crew. Doctoring from Chopper, fucking marksmanship from Usopp, and Wano will be absolutely fine. 100%. Oh, but then, and you got Izo, who's probably gonna stay in Wano. Give and teach people who aren't gonna go out tales of the outside world or fucking like anything that he learned from the outside. He can bring that into Wano. And as far as, if Momonosuke leaves, who's going to protect him? He doesn't need fucking protection. Look at this crew. Look at this fucking crew.
Okay, so I want to interject here because I think there's a difference between what you're saying versus what may be an actual issue with the writing here. Because what you're saying is more of like a desire that I think that me and you both wanted. We wanted the child archetype character to be on the crew.
Yeah.
Now, the issue with this isn't necessarily that he's older, although I do think that with the writing, it kind of ruins a bit of what
That does
Oda
take
had going
away a
for him.
lot from Momonosuke.
Now, the issue is that, like, what leading up to this point of Momo getting aged, not only is it a plot device for Shinobu, but there isn't writing set in place to make this aging really make sense from Momo's character perspective, because Momo hasn't had a character arc. It doesn't
There's
really seem logical from his point of view to even do this. Like, what does he think he's going to do? No
this
one knows.
this
This is literally just a
accomplishes
hype panel.
this accomplishes absolutely nothing. Like Shinobu said, aging you up, it'll only give you the body. It'll only give you a body, which in all honesty, I'm not understanding how that works either. He's a scrawny kid right now. Aging up a scrawny kid's body doesn't automatically give you muscle. But I can understand, I can kind of like make sense of it because one, look at his father. Two, her devil fruit is literally called the
Well,
ripe.
like the thing is that no, the concept itself doesn't make sense because like Shinobu's devil fruit is an aging devil fruit. So when Shinobu touches a human and ages them, it's like it's almost like a kind of like a destiny-ish thing because Momo's body is being projected to be basically Odin, but like you have to earn and work to get that body. So Shinobu's ability for it to make sense basically has to peek into the future and grab what someone's body
Yeah,
is
that's what I
supposed to
mean.
look like, which doesn't make any sense.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say I can justify it because her devil fruit is called the ripe fruit. That may not be the actual translation for it, but I'm gonna go off that. Making a fruit ripe is it's absolute perfection. It's
Right.
perfect form. That's the only way that I can justify it, and even then, I still don't like it because he may have the body, but that it still doesn't do anything for Momonosuke. He doesn't know how to control his devil
Momonosuke,
fruit.
the character, no. Like my issue with it is that one, I don't think there was writing build up to justify this switch. I think Oda's just doing this maybe to justify a plot device. But I think there are two factors. One, for me personally, this actually kind of ruins the archetype of character that Momo was originally supposed to be, which was the child that couldn't do anything by himself but kind of needed other people, and he needed others around him to basically be his family to help him grow up and mature. Oda's
He even
kind of
came
like
out and
jumped
said
the
that.
shark in doing this. And another aspect is that I mean, we all know this is going to come, but I also think this is like eventually going to end up being inappropriate because of the inevitable bathroom gag that Oda's going to do
Yeah.
with the girls of the crew, which I don't care anyone says that's not cool. It's kind of just taking advantage of the situation and manipulating the relationships that the character's supposed to have. So I'm not looking forward to that either.
I've seen like two sides of the argument on worst gen, the worst Oral Jackson. They said that Momonosuke is technically 28, so it's not like a child being perverse, but in reality, yeah, he is still he's an 8-year-old. He got moved through a portal. That does not mean he's lived 28 years. He's only lived like 8 years of his life. So him, oh my god. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Moving back to what I was saying, Dritz. Momonosuke getting the body of a 28-year-old. The only reason that I can probably justify this is that Oda is just going out of his way to say, yeah, he's 28. He's going to be the Shogun of Wano, which in all honesty still makes no sense. He hasn't had the experience to justify him leading a country. He still has the mind of an 8-year-old. He absolutely still has the mind of an 8-year-old. Which, and if just out of nowhere he's automatically a wiser man, I'm calling bullshit on that.
Well, if that happens, then we'll have to get to it. Now, the fact that his body's older doesn't necessarily like even if he was younger, doesn't mean you can't rule a country. I mean, there have been cases historically of kids, being leaders. That's why they have confidants and people, advisors to help them to do that, which is kind of what people wanted if you wanted Momo to stay and be.
But that's the issue that I had with Momo staying in Wano becoming the Shogun, because him being a child figure while everyone else runs the country and him learning how to rule the country, I think that's just a poor excuse to get Momonosuke out of the story. Whereas if he was to join the Straw Hats, you'd actually see him making that development rather than just sitting on the throne while everybody else does everything for him.
Yeah, well, I think the main issue with like Momo transforming here is I think we all know this is coming because there's no way Oda's not going to do this because otherwise there's no point. Oda is going to pull an ass pull bullshit power up here and pretend like just because Momonosuke is older that he has more mastery of whatever the hell he's supposed to be
That and that's
as
what
a
I was trying.
dragon.
That's what I was trying to say. Him having the mind of an 8 year old. I was about to call him an 18-year old. Him having the mind of an 8 year old does absolutely nothing for his mastery of his devil fruit or his skill in anything, combat or strategy. Like, what does this do? He doesn't know how to fly by himself. So Luffy telling Momonosuke, yeah, fly is back up there. He doesn't know how to do it. So how are you gonna do that? If Oda would have just made an ass pull and had Momonosuke fly up there, what was the point of turning him into an adult? To get up there faster? Because
Well,
if
I
that
mean,
was the
like,
whole point, then no.
I don't know. Oda's probably going to do a few things with this. He's probably just going to have like Kaido be like confused and surprised. Then he's going to have like Momo transform back to his human and be like, "Oh, you look just like Odin. Oh my god!" And Kaido's going to
More
like freak out or some bullshit
another
like that.
PTSD moment. No.
And then Momo's probably going to lift Onigashima,
That is the one thing that I wanted Momonosuke to do,
which
but
I don't
not
think he needed to be an adult to do that.
exactly. I wanted the way that I wanted it to happen was have Momonosuke as a child, and by the end of this entire arc, him having some type of control over the clouds, that would have been perfect for me. For Momonosuke to come out of this arc learning how to have some type of control over those clouds. But even still, him holding up Onigashima was not going to be a small feat for him in any way. In any shape or form. Him holding it up, moving it away from the flower capital, and it still drops into Wano. And I'm not talking about he just lightly places it. No, it crashes into Wano. And hell, it could still destroy part of the flower capital, but not major damage. That's where I wanted Momonosuke to go. But this, I agree with you. I do believe Oda's just gonna pull some major ass pull. He's a big dragon. Now he can like make bigger clouds and control those bigger clouds.
Right. I mean, that seems to be what we're thinking. I mean, we still have to wait to see what's going to happen. So there's the possibility that something is going to change. Regardless, though, there's still writing missing. For me, this wasn't the worst part of the chapter, though.
Oh no, it was the worst part for me simply because of how much of an advocate for Momonosuke joining I am.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's kind of weird because it's like when Oda does this, Shinobu says there's no way to turn him back, but do we trust that? I don't
No.
know.
Okay.
But if he does stay old, then he cannot join the crew.
Yeah,
That's a fact. If he's old, he can't
grown
stay.
man. It'd be a grown man trying to peep on women of the crew while they're
Yeah,
in the shower.
it would be
But in
ruin the
reality,
dynamic
he's
of
an
the
8-year-old.
characters within the crew. I don't think anyone would want that, and from an authoring perspective, it definitely changes the intent of what like Momonosuke was originally supposed to be.
I feel
Because
like
you're gonna have a full Odin-esque looking guy on the crew that's a giant dragon. No, Oda can't do that. It would kind of undermine some other characters in the process of doing that. Because ultimately, Momonosuke would probably be stronger than most of the crew.
it'd be that you pretty much have Odin and Kaido on your crew at that point, but you just
Yes.
gotta train them. You just have to train them up. That, oh god. Honestly, I'm mixed on this chapter. There's a lot there's some things that I enjoyed, but there's a lot that just rubbed me the wrong way.
Well, I mean, a lot of the chapter is kind of like to be determined esque stuff for like the full effect of what the plot line is supposed to be. I mean, the chapter overall is just people are supposed to be excited because of the hype and some lore drops. Although I think a lot of people aren't really looking into like the mechanics behind what these lore drops actually mean for the characters involved.
Oh yeah, Drizzt, you know me. I'm one of the people that I take hype over like substance, but this was just bad. This was just bad for me.
Yeah, I mean that's what it seems like. Although for me, I still think there's a significantly worse part of the chapter. I think Oda committed world building suicide in this chapter.
Wait, you said world building suicide.
Yes, I think he committed world building suicide.
Can you elaborate on that, please?
Zoro's commentary on King not being a swordsman is world building suicide for the entire concept of swordsmanship within One Piece. I
I
don't know
think
why Oda did this. And Zoro's dialogue doesn't even make any sense in the context of the chapter. It's literally
oh when he
nonsense.
said that I'll bite your throat like
No,
that.
before that, it's like I don't know how Zoro came to the conclusion that he's not a swordsman. Like King uses his special sword to grab Zoro's swords and like disarm him, and then punches him in the face. And Zoro's like, "You're not a swordsman. What the fuck are you talking about?"
Okay, that's one of the things that I addressed in my Black Blade video. Everybody, again, like shameful plug on my own channel. Watch that Black Blade video. The way that I categorize swordsmen, like this is just me personally. I'm not saying like it's a canon thing in the series. Is that I look at it as sword users, people who they swing a sword. They take a long piece of sharp metal and they swing it around and it's effective. Then you have swordsmen, people who know how to use a sword, they're effective with it. But if you were to take away that sword, they'd still be just as, if not more effective than if they had their sword. And then this is the one that really just isn't elaborated on in the series, which is a dedicated swordsman. Characters like Mihawk, Zoro, and I'm not even gonna say any of them, and quite possibly even Ryuma. Characters that if you were to take their sword away, they are significantly less effective than if they did have their sword.
That's how, like, the fact that you have to try to rationalize this to justify the concept of swordsmanship in One Piece is a testament to how shit swordsmanship in One Piece actually is. This completely undermines everything that Zoro and Mihawk are supposed to be about. Swordsmanship is broken. Like, the fact that Oda included the "you're not a swordsman" thing when like all of these characters use swords, it's stupid. At this point, like no character's a swordsman. Dude, like Guts from Berserk isn't a swordsman by this definition.
Yeah.
Like it's and like not only that, but like Oda throws in this dialogue without really doing much to lead up to it. Like King just punches him in the face, and Oda and Zoro concludes, "You're just an animal. You're just a beast. Oh, you punched me. You're not a swordsman." It's like, dude, what is going on here?
I get what you mean. It's just that the thing that makes it okay for me is the follow-up where King says King says that like why would anybody stick to one traditional form of fighting in a life or death battle, like in a life or death situation. I think that's the thing that kind of justifies it for me, simply because he's right in some aspects. Zoro sticks to like sword techniques alone, whereas King, if he doesn't want to use his sword, he'll just toss it away and just beat the absolute living shit out of him with his hands. And I think that's what Zoro means when he says, "You're not a swordsman." And again, I do agree with you when you have to justify it in the way that I did. A dedicated swordsman, I think I think that's exactly what Zoro means. You're not a dedicated swordsman.
Well, like
you're not.
The thing that's lost in between here is that like what this basically means is that there is no such thing as technique and skill. Because like what King did isn't a matter of like, oh, like I'm using whatever means possible. It's like that was part of his strategy. His sword is supposed to grab stuff. That's a part of what his sword does.
I think it's just because it's a mechanical sword and it has it's a pretty much a trick weapon from Bloodborne. But at the same time, there are actual swords that are hooks at the end that like it's a type of Chinese sword that's like that. As a matter of fact, Jet uses them in
they're special swords. They're swords that's supposed to use to disarm
for specific
other swords.
Things. So yeah.
Now the thing I'm gonna hold out complete. I mean, I don't think the scans are wrong, but if the Viz somehow changes all this, then it's a different conversation. Although I haven't really seen recently such a significant difference between scans and officials to indicate that what was said in here is going to be wrong. But if it is wrong, then we can talk about it later. But assuming that this is right, Oda basically just kind of shit on the concept of swordsmanship within the series, which I think it's a bigger issue because there's more at stake than just this fight. Whenever you're talking about the idea of swordsmanship, this is literally Zoro's dream and ambition, as well as the entire character of Mihawk. So whenever you do things like this, it does not speak wisely for that.
I think this whole conversation is one of the reasons that I wish that Zoro fought more, I guess you could say actual sword, by my definition, dedicated swordsman in the series. Because every character that Zoro has fought has always been a hurdle to prove that he's a good swordsman, rather than fighting against and actually beating other swordsmen. And somebody just said
you can do it multiple ways. You don't only have to fight swordsmen. Like fighting people who aren't swordsmen can make you better at fighting swordsmen.
Yeah, like going against Pika, going against Mr. One, the accomplishment that Zoro got in that fight is a testament to how great of a swordsman he's becoming. How, like, that's a skill that a swordsman, or at least the world's strongest swordsman, that's a step that he needs that's a step that he needs to take in order to get to that point of being the world's strongest swordsman. Going up against I can't remember his name, but the guy with the flash guns from Skypiea, Zoro had to work on that technique of the flying slash in order to be more effective against ranged characters. That is another step that he needs to take in order to become the world's strongest swordsman. Against Pika, that was another, like, just a showcase of this is the power of what the world's strongest swordsman has to get to. One and only, like, sword fight that I will give to Zoro that it was against an actual swordsman was against Zombie Ryuma. But even with that, it was with Brook's shadow. So
yeah, so Ryuma was significantly weaker than he would have been.
Significantly weaker.
Like night and day. Like at this point, he's probably like 1% of what he actually would be because of how weak Brook is.
Like you said, there are multiple things that go into, like, setups for certain characters, and I think Zoro only going up against characters that he needs to develop new techniques in order to prove how much stronger he's becoming is one of the reasons that I'm just like, okay, is he really making progress towards becoming an actual swordsman, or is it just there aren't any actual swordsmen in the series? Because somebody in the chat said it earlier. I can't find it. Comic Elite, Mr. One and Kaku aren't swordsmen either by Oda's explanation. Mr. One, I don't think ever, like, made the statement that he was a swordsman. He was just made out of blades. Kaku was an actual swordsman. It's just it's stupid the way it was explained that Kaku uses, what was it, 4 sword style because he uses his feet as swords too.
Right.
It's fucking stupid, and I don't want to say I'm gonna drop One Piece.
Whoa,
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna drop One Piece because you know how a lot of people, like, when they come across something that they don't like in a chapter and they're, like, real adamant about it. Oh, this is trash. I'm dropping it. This is so garbage. I'm not gonna say that dumb shit. That's fucking stupid. But this kind of did, like, lower my morale a little bit. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
lie.
I mean, definitely did. I was actually kind of surprised at some things. I would not expected Oda to have do unnecessary things like that. But I don't know, man. It's weird.
And I said it earlier in the stream that at this point, I think Oda is just looking at a lot of fan theories and just going, I'm gonna go with that. Sanji awakening. If all of this stuff was spread out, I would have been okay with it. Well, I would have been more okay with it than I am now. Like, and again, nothing is confirmed, but it's adding fuel to the speculation atom bomb that is Sanji's dormant genes, Zoro being a Shimotsuki, Momo standing Wano to be a figurehead shogun. It really rubs me the wrong fucking way. Oh, and I just remembered, this is what I was going to say earlier. If Zoro really has that much of a resemblance to Ushimaru Shimotsuki, why is it that Onimaru didn't say anything when he was fucking fighting him? You know, the pet of the guy that you're all comparing Zoro to?
Apparently, I guess he must have forgot, huh?
Shit, somebody who was that dedicated to their master forgot what their master looked like enough to fight somebody who looks exactly like him? I don't know. I still give the chapter like a 6 out of 10. If I was to take away my biases, probably a 7. Like, it was an average chapter. King over Sanji's black leg technique. Maybe. LOL. Onimaru forgot. Onimaru did forget. One really good point about this chapter though was the color spread. I like the color spread. I'm still a little confused about the themes of the color spread, but yeah.
I don't know if there's a theme. It's kind of just like, action poses. I actually want to see the official because, in my opinion, I thought, like, from an artistic perspective, I thought that this wasn't good. Like, I
Right.
thought some of the drawings came out sloppy. So I actually want to see if that's a scan issue, but I don't really care either way.
I got a
I would
a
like to
super
see it
chat.
all like together because we know this is part of like 3 color spreads. So I'd like to see them pieced
Yeah, right.
together, so, like, for like that giant spread. I think that'll look cool.
Yeah, because if you look next
And
to
that might be
Doflamingo,
the
you'll
case.
see.
Like whenever Oda was drawing this it might have been the case that like if you were drawing it on like a giant canvas, like he drew the entire thing all at once, and people are just like, whenever you step away from a piece of art, it looks a lot more detailed than whenever you zoom in on it.
Hold on, give me
So
a
if this was
second.
taken in like thirds and then placed in front of chapters, it could be the case that you're losing all perspective of what the art is supposed to convey because it's being zoomed in on. Because that happens with art.
Hold on, I'm about to pull it up right now. Do that and bring back the. Yeah, bring that back. If you look next to Doflamingo, you can actually see somebody's flaming leg, and right next to Moria's leg, in Moria's head, you can see what looks like, I think that's King. And right below that, you see some electricity and what looks like sand. So I think that's probably Sanji kicking at Doflamingo, Crocodile swiping at Moria, and King is probably up there in the top right hand corner. At least that's what I'm taking from it.
Yeah, so if that's the case, then it's probably a giant spread that for some reason they're just taking small pictures of. So perspective's a bit lost there. I mean, there's still some things that I think are a little off, like Odin's face, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
And why is Hiyori back there? That's why I'm
Hiyori?
thinking. Yeah, right above Yamato.
Um,
Right above Yamato's head, Hiyori's right
ooh.
there. Hiyori's
That is
there.
Kamurasaki, not Hiyori.
Yeah, it is Komurasaki's hair's not down. Got Reiju up there. I'm surprised that Kiku's up there. Why is Bart here? Not sure.
Well, I mean, these are just all of the characters in the top 50 for the popularity poll. That's what this is supposed to be.
Son
This
of
is a
a
spread
bitch.
showing all of the top 50 or 100 characters in the popularity poll. That's why
Son
they're
of a
there.
bitch. You're right. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Kuma was in the top 50.
Or 100, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't actually know. I haven't looked at the entire thing.
Yeah, Gon confirmed it. It's the top 50 characters from the world poll over 3 color spreads. Yeah, it's gonna be 3, and I think Big Mom. I think the 4 emperors are probably gonna be in the middle. Probably gonna be in the corners though. Real quick,
The
I got
corners.
a super chat from AAA9. Barely tuning in, just dropped in to ask if you watched those videos. If you're talking about the hockey videos, like he linked me some videos to another YouTuber explaining hockey. I did watch them. I can't say I agree with everything that was put forward in it because the way he explained it kind of made it seem a little bit like chakra. And he started to go into like the elemental hockey standpoint of it, and that I have a hard stance on. No, elemental hockey is not a thing. I just can't. No, but we will talk about it at some point. Not today, because I have a little bit of editing for a specific video that if I don't put out by Sunday, I have to make another video, and I don't make content on my channel. I just do live streams. But it's gone on. It's almost been we like 15 minutes away from the 2-hour mark. I feel like we discussed everything that needs to be discussed. So I think I'm gonna end it right here. Drizzt, thank you for coming through.
I appreciate
it, man.
the invite. Yep.
Appreciate it, bro. Everybody, if you don't know who Drizzt the Theorist is, Lord Neck, Drizzt the Drag Down, Drizzt the Feminist, he goes by a lot of different names. Some people don't even believe that he's real.
Women don't deserve rights. That's a fact.
If you don't know who this man is, I don't know what your priorities are just not in order.
Videos weekly.
Videos weekly. I hate you. Videos weekly. Again, if you don't know who he is, get your priorities together because he's one of the first YouTubers live streams that I was active in. So go follow Drizzt on YouTube. Follow him on Twitter. Call him a drag down. Tell him he's a piece of shit.
That's right.
Thank you for everybody who came through, like the stream, subscribe, join the Discord. I want to make the Discord a little bit more active, but at the same time, I feel like Discord is dying because hell, the BDA server isn't as active as it used to be. But with that being said, thank you everybody for coming through. I'll see y'all next week for